Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Wednesday, on this hump day, and I hope you're having a good one. We're on Forbes.com looking at the Kraken CEO's comments. He's saying that Bitcoin price run is powered by real demand, not Tether manipulation. We have a couple of @AltcoinBuzzIO tweets that will introduce you here on the issue of the Indian crypto ban, and we have one Indian crypto entrepreneur who says the government has screwed us. Crypto startup Coin Recoil founder writes an open letter to the Indian government and Prime Minister Modi. We'll let you know what that is all about. Also on Forbes.com, more and more positive press from Forbes lately relating to crypto and Bitcoin. The overlooked reason the United States would struggle to ban Bitcoin. And here to close things off on altcoinbuzz.io, we asked the question, is Rubini the disguised Satoshi? This is asked by the CEO of Binance, article by Licia. Let's get into all that in just a moment. We'll begin with a brief look at the markets here, which are up 8% on the day. We're sitting at $326 billion total market cap. Bitcoin is up handsomely, 11.5% on the day, up about $1,000 over where we were yesterday at the time of my recording, sitting at 11,000. Just about $400, and you have a couple of other projects that are up 5%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 6%. So not a bad day overall in the markets. And according to the Kraken CEO, the positive price action that we're seeing is powered by real demand, not Tether manipulation. This issue comes up because recently a number of Bitcoin skeptics have been claiming that the cryptocurrency's recent bull run is based on manipulation of Tether and Bitcoin on exchanges rather than any sort of real organic demand. However, on Monday, Jesse Powell, he's the CEO of crypto asset exchange Kraken, was asked for his opinion on the topic during an interview with TD Ameritrade Network. According to Powell, the supposed Bitcoin price manipulation powered by Tether looks quite different from behind the scenes. Powell said, quote, "I don't have inside knowledge of what's happening in Tether, but I can tell you that historically, when you've seen growth in the supply of Tether, we've seen growth in the supply of US dollars coming onto Kraken, and other exchanges would report the same." So it seems to be an interesting correlation that he's pointing out. It's not the fact that increased supply in Tether boosts up the price of Bitcoin. It's that an increased inflow of real fiat US dollars into the exchanges is what precipitates the increased circulating supply in Tether. So, quote, "Recently, we've had massive inflows of fiat currency, so I believe the Tether prints are a result of new fiat coming in." Interesting. And according to Powell, Tether is also a much smaller part of the Bitcoin exchange ecosystem than it may appear to the outside observer. Quote, "I don't feel like Tether is artificially inflating the price of Bitcoin. I think Tether is actually a small part of the total fiat supply among all the exchanges." Quote, "There are days when you see the price going up 10% a day, as we just saw on CoinGecko.com. You can bet all the exchanges are onboarding 50 to 100,000 new users a day when that happens." So that is what is driving up the price. It's huge retail demand and all the media attention on it. It's not Tether. Again, that's according to Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken. We now have a couple of tweets that we want to alert your attention to. @AltcoinBuzzIO is the handle. Question is, why should an honest trader who wants to invest in something new need government's approval? That money belongs to him or her, and she or he should have complete freedom to use it the way he or she wants to. I agree, as long as it's not hurting anybody. This, of course, in reference to India's cryptocurrency ban that we're going to be looking at in just a second. Here's another tweet, a reply. In fact, it's a democracy. Government's job is judiciary and administration, not looking at its citizens with a criminal eye and banning innovative and disruptive tech and then unbanning when convenient. People should pay taxes and criminals should be prosecuted. No question about that. This in response to a comment that is concerned about corruption in India and how Modi is only really trying to crack down on things like money laundering. So this is the story we're talking about here. We're on INC42.com. Government screwed us. Crypto startup Coin Recoil founder writes an open letter to Prime Minister Modi and the Indian government. So crypto exchange Coin Recoil's founder and CEO Kunal Barka writes an open letter to PM Modi. The crypto committee didn't speak to the stakeholders, complains Barka. Startups can't afford long legal battles, he writes. Time and again, the Indian government, as well as the Reserve Bank of India, in various statements, has made it clear that cryptocurrencies are not legal tender. However, things changed when the RBI on April 5th ordered all its regulated entities to stop expanding any payments or banking services to crypto entity. That's the Reserve Bank of India. Since then, while more crypto transactions went darker, a slew of cryptocurrency exchanges, including Coinex, ZebPay, CoinDelta, CoinRecoil, and Coinomi, have suspended their operations, citing unfavorable regulatory measures. Other crypto startups are also in the process of winding down operations or are feverishly looking for a solution from the government. CoinRecoil's co-founder and CEO Kunal Barka, who has also been fighting the legal battle against RBI and the government of India over the RBI notification, has now written an open letter to the Prime Minister Modi and Finance Minister Sitaramani, requesting them to reconsider their move of banning crypto, if indeed that is what they choose to do. This is quite a lengthy piece, and we're not going to be able to go through all of it here, but if you do want to check out the open letter, again, that's to Prime Minister Modi and the government of India. Check it out in all its detail. It's a very compelling case, and one I think that many of you out there in the altcoin buzz army would be able to sympathize with. I think this is a really good case study. It sets a precedent in government overreach, at least in my opinion. I totally agree with the sentiment of these couple of tweets that we read earlier. I don't think it is the government's purview. I don't think that it's their jurisdiction to be telling us what we can and cannot invest in, as long as it's not hurting anybody, which it's not. So I think it's ludicrous for them to be overstepping their bounds in this way. And I can totally personally get on the side of this entrepreneur here. If you have a few moments, maybe a couple of moments, it's a bit of a longer read, but I would encourage you to check out this open letter. It's a good one and it's inspiring. If after learning about the cryptocurrency ban in India, you may be concerned about other countries, such as the United States, that may be looking to do the same thing, well, check out this article on Forbes.com, the overlooked reason the United States would struggle to ban Bitcoin. I think it would be a lot harder to do in other countries. This article basically breaks it down at the level of the free speech issue. So if you want to take a look at this related piece, we'll link to it, of course, in the description below. Finally, today on altcoinbuzz.io, is Rubini the disguised Satoshi? Asks the CEO of Binance. Article here by Licia. Nouriel Rubini, an American economist who despises cryptocurrency, and Binance's CEO Changpeng Zhao have exchanged, quote, courtesies. Nouriel Rubini has called Changpeng Zhao of Binance a jerk. CZ came up with an extremely sarcastic answer. There's always drama, of course, in this space. The cryptoverse is full of flamboyant figures like self-proclaimed Satoshi Craig Wright, who likes to cry in courts. Tricky as it is, Nouriel Rubini, a professor at Stern School, NYU, manages to stand out. The man who once described crypto as, quote, the mother and father of all scams, is attending the 2019 Asia Blockchain Summit. What for? To call crypto a scam, obviously. So in his tweet, at Crypto Godfather shows a picture of Rubini giving a speech with a keynote that reads, quote, mark the words of Dr. Doom. CZ was present and saw the presentation. He tweeted, for a guy who doesn't see the future of crypto, but yet spends days attending crypto conferences, this is the second conference in Asia I overlapped with him this year. Does he have anything to do? Maybe he is the disguised Satoshi. And of course, Nouriel Rubini had to weigh in, responding to CZ. The most pathetic critique I have read about me is from this jerk, CZ Binance. I was chosen as the third most influential person in the world in the crypto space because I am the only honest critic of this crappy space who isn't talking his book 24/7 the way you do, snake oil peddler. Oh, harsh. CZ's answer was once again succinct and to the point, quote, a guy who builds what he believes in, or a guy who goes to crypto conferences just to call Bitcoin a scam. The drama will no doubt continue to unfold. If that's something that interests you, I would encourage you to follow both CZ and Nouriel Rubini. I remain steadfast in my belief that Nouriel Rubini will eventually eat crow. I'm going to be very interested to see what he has to say once we reach new all-time highs, and I am looking forward to him being very publicly shamed for his past comments, but that's just me. Everybody, that about wraps it up for the news today. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels, and keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. All the very best of luck if you choose to invest on this hump day, but have a great midweek, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. And we do hope to see you again soon in our next video.